The nature photo guys are absolutely devastated by the scenes coming out of Jasper in the recent days and hours. Like so many of us, we are at a loss for words and can't imagine the anguish the residents of Jasper are going through, as well as all the beautiful wildlife. Jasper holds such a special place in our hearts, as it does for so many of us, and our thoughts go out to all those affected by this tragedy.
Welcome to the Nature Photo Guys podcast,
where we talk about nature photography, from gear to our philosophies and everything in between.
So grab a cup of coffee, sit back and relax.
You're listening to Joe Desjardins
and Chris Gibbs, the Nature Photo Guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Nature Photo Guys podcast. Today, Chris and I are going to do a recap of spring 2024.
We are. It was a busy one too, so.
It was actually. It was pretty insane from about mid-May to mid-June, actually, till right after our workshop. So I started with a workshop. It was May 9th to the 12th in Waterton.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. It's always a Mother's Day weekend. And it's always the weekend before the long weekend. So the park's nice and quiet. Yeah, you betcha. And wildlife is plentiful. We had a great 4 days. Saw lots of wildlife, saw baby bears, saw big bears, saw rams, and I mean, just a little bit of everything. Oh, we saw fox kits too.
Yes.
Did some landscape photography. I mean, overall, it was just an awesome spring. So
great.
Again, oh yeah. So I mean, already it's up on my website for next year, and it's going to be May 8th to the 11th, guys. If anybody's interested, send me a DM here. I haven't confirmed pricing yet. It's probably going to be in and around the same, but of course, hotels and that sort of thing don't have their numbers up for next year. But if you want to get on the list, certainly send me a message and I'll take care of that for you. But besides that, I mean, after that, what did we have, Chris?
Well, my wife and I actually went camping that weekend too. So we ran into you guys on your workshop a few times, and we didn't have the luxury of seeing the fox kits until like the last day.
But
yes,
you, and I don't know if I could say this word.
Uh-oh.
You and your lazy ass.
What?
Didn't get out of bed for...
Oh,
that Aurora show.
Yes,
remember?
I know. I forgot about that.
Oh my God. That was the 10th, I think it was that night. The Friday night was absolutely insane. I was actually just looking at the photos.
Oh, nice.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I think yesterday. And so I haven't got around to editing them yet, but I think we messaged you, Chris, and said, "Hey, Chris, you were like literally under the Auroras, like in your truck." And what happened? You're just like,
well, my wife and I were sleeping in the truck, and we had our alarm set for 1:30 or something like that. We rolled over and went, I think we should just go back to bed. It's going to be an early morning. And then you wake up in the morning and see all these photos online, and we're kicking ourselves.
The show, like from about midnight to 1:30 was incredible. I mean, you could point your camera in any direction and you would have got auroras. We'll throw up a couple of aurora photos here just to give you an idea of what it was like. But man, it was phenomenal, spectacular. Chris,
and everybody was getting it
from an amazing show.
I know. But everybody online, you'd look at, no matter where they were, everybody got to see it. And it was unfortunate we missed it for sure. But I mean, the good news is for us is, we were pretty excited to finally see the fox kits. And for us, we actually got to see the mom nursing them, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That was pretty exciting to see too. So.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll put a little video clip up there about that.
Video clip.
Perfect. Yeah. So what happened after that? I think from there,
I guess
we had the Lightchasers conference, right?
Yes, at the end of May. Yeah. Lightchasers. Again, it was the third year, and it's just getting better and better every single year. Shane just keeps putting on an amazing conference. So
it was, I mean, the quality of speakers, the events, another sold out event. I think sold out in about 36 hours for this one.
Yep. Yeah.
So everybody, if you're interested in Lightchasers for next year, what are the dates, Chris?
Yeah, he's doing it again. So it's May 23rd to 25th. So check out the website soon. I don't think it's updated yet, but usually by the end of November, beginning of December, you start to see some stuff online. And I think that's kind of when you can purchase the ticket. So don't wait long though. So keep it in your bookmark and make sure you reference it because it'll sell out really fast.
Yeah, and you know what? It's probably best to get on to Shane's newsletter.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you'll know exactly when the release date is, and you can jump on getting those tickets. I've already booked my hotel for next year.
Oh, good. There you go. And he's got a Facebook page as well there, right? So you can see everybody else's. People have workshops in and around that time too. So check it out and. It's always a great event, and I'm actually part of the team now as well. So I've
nice.
They're helping out. Helped out this year quite a bit, and it's a great event, and can't say anything bad about it. It's awesome.
What did you do?
I helped just kind of set up a little bit at the day of. I handle all the B-roll behind the scenes footage.
Oh, nice.
From the breakout sessions, some of the presenters as well. And then Camera Store records everything. So I'm also involved in piecing together the final footage and getting the files ready to go for the presentations there. So yeah, cool. I'm there to help wherever Shane needs me and wherever the team needs me. And it's good. It's good fun. So great people there. The team as well as everybody who attends. You run into people that you've maybe never met and other people that you've become friends with over the years, and it's always a great time to catch up. So,
well, yeah, and I mean your online friends finally getting to meet them in person.
Totally,
if that's what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's always a great time. So guys, check it out. May 23rd to the 25th, 2025.
And again, it was the amazing speakers. Check out the website to see who was there this year. And again, it just keeps getting better and better. So
yeah, you bet. And then after that, we headed west.
We did.
We had a little trip west looking for spring bears.
Yep.
And it was actually a pretty good trip. It was primarily grizzly bears. Didn't see all that many black bears, did we?
No, barely any.
But primarily grizzlies. And there was a few cool experiences, I actually had one chasing a cow elk right in front of my vehicle. It came running out of the woods, cow elk, and then all of a sudden this grizzly was right behind it. So
unbelievable.
I don't think the bear caught it. Obviously I couldn't see. I didn't get out of my vehicle or anything, but so some pretty cool stuff happening. And again, like every year, you get together, get to see everybody again, get to see your friends, hang out and catch up. And it's kind of funny. It's one of those things where a lot of times you don't even say, hey, when are you going to be there? What date are you going to be there? It's just like everybody just kind of shows up at the same time.
Everybody congregates and you just pick up where you left off.
Yeah, exactly. So
it
was good. It was pretty good.
There was a couple big boys out there for sure. There was a big boar on at one point, and it's we got to see some big dudes for sure, and a couple cubs, and no cubs of the year though. That I saw anyway. Any koi.
But, no, not at all. And what else was there?
We saw some rams.
Some decent rams, and also some elk calves, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Still trying to get a couple of those cute shots, but man, those cows are really, really protective of those babies.
Oh, for sure.
I seen the elk calf, and she was absolutely surrounded by all the cows.
Yeah, right in the middle of the circle.
There's no way of getting a nice clean image for that, right?
No. She's definitely protecting her from grizzlies for sure. So.
Yeah, for sure. So that and we ended up seeing some mountain goats too, which was pretty good. So we'll have a few of those photos pop up there. But overall, it was a great spring. I had to cut her short. I actually had to cut it short because I had to come back. I was in guide school, so I was doing a fly fishing guide school throughout fly fishing. Very cool experience. So I had to come back on the Thursday and finish up the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it was a really cool experience. Got to see, kind of the behind the scenes of, what these fly fishing guides do, especially on the Bow River and the walk and wade stuff. But yeah, really glad I took it. And who knows where that might go, maybe start doing a little bit of that, maybe more walkway trips, that kind of thing. But
nice.
The drift boat experience was something else. I don't have much experience rowing in the drift boat, so it was certainly a steep learning curve, but very cool.
Well, it's probably like anything. Like if you've never done it before, it's going to take some time to get used to it, and practice 100%. Makes perfect, right? So. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I just thought, that might be something else I could do alongside of, photography, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, for sure.
But cool experience. Really glad I took the course, and we'll see where it goes from there. So.
Very cool. And then we were right into, as soon as you were done that, we were back from the Rockies. We were right into it again, weren't we?
Yeah, the Wonders of Waterton, our first nature photo guys workshop.
Photo and video, right?
Yeah. Photo and that's it. Yeah. Exactly. I handled all the video. Chris taught everybody how to hit the little red button.
Yeah. No, you were still teaching some video too. You're doing good. So
I hit the little red button and point that way. Yeah. So no, it was good. So what did you think, Chris? I've been running workshops for a while, but what did you think of your first experience?
Yeah, no, it was the first workshop from the other side of the scope there, and it was great. We had a great group of people. We had classroom sessions, we had in the field sessions, group gatherings, and it was really good. I think everybody took a lot away from it. They definitely experienced more in-depth learnings on the photography side for sure. And you had them, obviously your presentations are always amazing. So it was great to see that again. And, I learn something every single time, right? Whether it's not from you, it's from maybe somebody else talking about,
for sure,
camera gear or whatever. So we're always, talking about photography, and we learn. And then from the video side, it was great. It was the basics of video, video, right? So we didn't get too advanced into some of the techniques, but just making people get used to video and comfortable with it, and realizing it's not a huge step from photography. The same concepts apply with a couple little added scenarios, right? So,
well, primarily getting the camera set up for the quality and the video settings, as far as what you want to do with frame rate. And like you said, of course, the video was the same. I mean, we're using neutral density filters or polarizing filters,
right.
Stability is a huge issue that you really notice it in video when it comes to hand holding,
especially if you're zoomed in on a telephoto lens.
Well, I noticed it quite a bit with the 500. I'm just it looks fine when you're looking through the viewfinder and you're taking video.
Yeah.
And then I was, again, yesterday, when I was looking at the auroras, I was looking at some Fox Kit video, and I'm like shaking my head. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know if they have enough warp stabilization software out there, but hey, we'll see. We'll see if I can get it to calm down a little bit. It's amazing how pronounced it is at that magnification. I can't imagine at 600 or 800.
Oh, for sure. And you don't think it's as bad when you're recording it either, right? You don't think it's going to be as shaky, but when you get it home and see it on the big monitor, you're right. I mean, it's like, whoa, okay. Now I definitely got to bring a tripod for sure, from now on, but
delete.
Yeah.
And or even get a window mount too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the bigger lenses I find a little hard with the window mounts, but for like a 100 to 400 or 100 500 or whatever, it's definitely for sure doable. But I had a great time, and it was interesting from my side of things. Video, but then a lot of people didn't have just Canon cameras, right? There was a Sony camera, there was a couple Nikons, and
unfortunately there was other brands there.
We forgot to put Canon only in our bio.
Especially those Nikon people.
Oh yeah, God. Exactly.
You know who you are, Duncan. I mean, you know who you are, people.
No, it was great. It was great to see people excited, and from that side, and you've talked for years about, I just hope we can see some wildlife. And I was a little nervous, are we going to see anything? And that first night we saw a ton, and it was great.
It's always like that. As a workshop leader, tour guide, that sort of thing, you're always hoping, you break the ice on the first day or the first evening, right? Sure. And we did. It was really cool.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to bring up too about the video part too was we actually showed a bit of video editing, some of the free software like CapCut and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And we showed how to create reels and stories and everything too for Instagram and whatever other platforms too. So that was a pretty cool part of the workshop too. I think everyone took something away with that also for the social media side.
Yeah. And the cool part is I've already seen, and a couple people have tagged us in some of the reels that they've never done a reel before, and they've tagged us in some of these reels, and it's neat to see they're actually using what they learned, and they were really good. So, it's you start here and then you can expand on it, and there's so much capabilities, and, even using Instagram to make some little reels out of photos. Right. So, we kind of showed a bunch of stuff, and we're showing how to use some independent software from the platforms themselves, but we also showed how to create a reel or story through Instagram itself. Exactly.
Right? You know what I mean? You didn't need to use some sort of other software, or say like CapCut or something like that to create the reel before you uploaded, right? So.
Yeah. And, it's, this day and age, video seems to be driving everything, not just social media. And
yes, it is. Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, Joe.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I'm still a photo guy. But
But I think that for promotion, helping people get their names out there a little bit more and get more, attention on them if they're selling artwork or whatever, this just definitely helps, helps get it out there too. So it was great.
And you could do it just with photos. You can make a little carousel, or you can make a little clip where, photos are changing every second and a half, a little bit of music. That's it. I mean, that counts, right? It doesn't have to be a full on video.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's for sure. And then we talked about, licensed music and that kind of stuff, because it's, it's always a bit of a hassle when you're posting a video. You got to be careful. Sometimes you post something, the music comes down. So we talked about a whole range of different things, and had a great time with everybody, and I think they all enjoyed it. So, hey, it's the first of many, I guess, eh? So,
well, nice segue there, Chris.
You like that?
Speaking of which, next year's workshop is June 5th to the 8th. Yeah, June 5th to the 8th of 2025. Another photo video workshop in Waterton Lakes National Park. So that information is going to be up on our website. And if you're interested, by all means, send myself or Chris a message or info@thenaturephotoguys.ca. And we'll get right back to you. So really looking forward to that one next year.
Yeah, and I think it'll sell out pretty quick. So if you guys are interested, get us your name there, and we'll have some information out there pretty soon for it. So
yeah, you bet. No, it was an awesome time. So after that, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we have a list going on the side here. We're trying to be a little bit more prepared. And actually, we use this platform called Trello.
Yes.
And it's actually quite nice with the different cards or boards. What are they called? Like
it's basically a board that you can prioritize different things. It's I can't even remember what it's called, but it's basically a prioritization digital tool that actually syncs to computer, phone, iPad, whatever. You update it one place, and I use it for my daily life, and I live by it. Yeah. I've stepped away from the pen and the paper, and like some people still are with sticky notes.
Oh,
Mr. Joe.
You want to see? You know what? You think you laugh?
Yeah, okay? I know.
This is This is just my spare for my desk. Okay. This is just like here. See?
Oh, jeez. Wait a second.
That's just for my desk.
Here's my sticky notes. Hang on a second. Oh, look.
Oh, nice. Actually, there's software, sticky note software.
Really?
For your laptop.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Way.
Have you seen it?
No.
I tried it, but it just doesn't work. I
yeah.
like these things. I mean, I got them all over my Jeep and like they're just
Sure.
all over the place, but that's the way I remember things.
Yeah. No, you got to do what makes sense to you, right?
So. Yeah. So that's my sticky note.
Yes.
Right there. Anyways, so yeah, we're looking off Trello, guys, just in case you're wondering why we're some hesitations here. I also had a summer wildlife primer that was recorded. Well, actually, I did it in person at the camera store here in Calgary, Alberta, and it was also recorded. So you guys can catch that presentation still. It's on the camera store YouTube page.
Yeah, we'll put a link there.
Yeah,
sure.
You betcha. Yeah, the link's active, and if you guys want to check it out, it's about an hour and a half, I think. I'd appreciate it if you did take a look and let us know what you think. If you have any questions on the presentations, by all means, you can send me an email, joe@joedesjardins.ca, or leave a comment on the channel itself under the video. So that was a really fun time.
Well, and I was going to say, I mean, if anybody if you've never seen Joe present, you got to watch it. I mean, you're an amazing presenter, and
thanks, man.
No, you really are. I'm not just saying that, but it was very enjoyable and lots of knowledge there that you passed on, and it was great. They're always good. So.
Oh, thanks, man. And especially the tripod section. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You may want to look at
gotta watch to see that
tripod.
One.
Yeah, but no, it was an awesome time. Always look forward to doing presentations, whether it's through the camera store, or to the camera clubs, that sort of thing. So I am available for all that, guys, if you are interested. So by all means, send me a message if any of you camera clubs out there are interested in a presentation. I'd certainly be up for that.
There you go. I did a couple last year too on the nature video side there at a couple camera clubs as well.
Did.
So
one in Red Deer.
Yes, and the Cochrane one as well. So
and the Cochrane Camera Club.
Those
are awesome. No, I remember that actually. You were at the I remember the one at the Cochrane Camera Club. You were so nervous. I mean, you were profusely sweating.
Oh, I'm sure.
You were stuttering.
Oh,
No, but remember the advice I told you? I said the minute you start talking, everything's gone, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny as a public speaker and that sort of thing. If I had to stand up in front of a crowd of 200 people talk about chemistry,
sure.
Yeah, I would just be so nervous. So, it's all about knowing what you're talking about. So when you got up there, and knowing your stuff about video, being an expert in video, the minute you started talking, all the nerves go away, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Like
and
you're
that's
talking
true.
Shop now. You're just talking shop. So.
Exactly. And, and being in leadership over all the years, I used to talk in front of everybody about what I was an expert in the field I was speaking of. This one was a little different. This was, the last, I did 3 last year, I guess. One at Lightchasers and a couple of camera clubs. So I'm kind of getting used to it now. And you're right. I mean, once you start talking, you know what you're talking about. Just relay the information and have a conversation with people, and people are great.
That's
and they always have great questions, and those are fun to do for sure. So
Chris is available, of course, not just myself, but Chris for, in-person presentations or online. And what's your email? Which one did you want to use?
chris.gibbs@footprintsandnature.ca. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was really good.
And then what's this? Chris's
Case
videos. What's that all about?
Well, as people probably know, Joe and I are both Kase Canada Pro partners, Kase Filters Canada Pro partners. So I've been trying a few different new video tools that Kase has put out there. The first one is the Kase Movie Mate matte box. So I use a matte box for the video side for more of the on the tripod scenarios. It's got drop-in, rectangular filters. It's got polarizers. It's just easy way of handling it on the video side. You use variable neutral density filters a ton on the video side to, for the shutter speed to get what you need. So I use that quite a bit. So I did a video for Kase filters on that. And also, I now shoot the 400-2.8 RF. And of course, the EF to RF adapters on the Canon side had the ability to have a drop-in variable neutral density. But when you have RF to RF, we've used them for years and it's super handy. But when it's RF to RF, how do you get neutral density in that scenario? Well, the matte box comes in handy, but for the big, wide angle, the telephoto lens with the wide diameter on the end, you can't really get a matte box on there. But they do sell a drop-in filter for the big lenses that happens to be a variable neutral density filter. So I did another video for Kase on the variable neutral density drop-in filter for the telephoto lenses, not just the RF telephoto lens, but the the super telephoto lenses for the EF side as well.
For sure. If it's in the, does that fit in the just the standard EF lenses also?
I do believe, I think there's a list of what it fits in, but I believe it's for the 400s, 600s, 800s, EFs and RFs. There's a bunch of 500s. 500, sorry, Joe.
Thank you.
So all the super telephoto lenses, they have them for that. And if you, if you do have the EF to RF drop in or adapter with the variable neutral density drop in, and you want to try the Kase filters instead of the other ones, they actually have that for the drop in as well now too. So
nice. Okay, cool.
So, and of course, I mean, you and I've been using Kase for a number of years now, and they're amazing glass, and I just like to keep moving forward with that because I have nothing bad to say. They're amazing. So.
Well, again, knowing that now, like that, the biggest reason why, I mean, besides cost, to move all my glass to RF is that you have the RF adapter with a built-in ND filter. I mean, that is just absolutely sweet
for sure
for video. So it's just one of those things that, I mean, it's crazy good.
It really is. And you know what I found the difference on the super telephoto side of things, that before, like I rented the 400 for years, the 600s, we've rented those and we've had the variable neutral density adapter. So when you're taking video and you want to switch to photo, well, what do? Well, we take the adapter off and then put the other adapter on without the variable neutral density and put the lens back on to continue shooting photo, or else you forget that it's on there, and why am I shooting at 12,000 ISO? And
I know.
And
you lose about a stop of light too.
Yeah,
even when it's cranked all the way open, the ND filter.
Yeah,
you're still losing about a stop of light. So that makes a big difference at early mornings, late evenings for wildlife.
For sure. So what I've noticed now with the big telephoto, I basically pull out the drop-in filter, variable neutral density, take the protection filter, plop that back in. We're good for photos. You know what I mean? So it's a quick change now. Which is really good. But the other thing I've noticed on the RF side, from switching over to the RF side, the stabilization for video is actually quite noticeable.
Is it?
It is actually, because I did upgrade from the 100 to 400 to the 100 to 500, and I did notice a substantial difference on the stability now that it's RF to RF, which is kind of what I was hoping for on the video side, because I do a lot of handheld scenarios. But you're right. I mean, once you're zoomed in super far, you sure notice the shakiness still. So you got to be careful.
Well, you got a combination of the in body stabilization with the R5, and then the image stabilization with the 1:5 and the 400-2.8. So
exactly.
I can see that. I can see me eventually slowly going over, making that way in the next year or so.
For sure.
Kind of waiting to see what comes out here as far as a few camera models like the R5 Mark II and the R1. So I just kind of want to see the final accurate specs before I start leaning towards,
I agree. I mean, there's been so many rumors this last couple of years. It'd be nice to see something just announced and then, right? So
Yeah, exactly. So kind of wait for that, but no, great to hear, great to know about that, the image stabilization and
really
the
noticed.
combination of the two, right? So
absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, especially getting up your age, hand holding, things can get a little shaky.
Shaky. Exactly.
Yeah,
so you got to be
exactly.
careful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
at the end of the day, I still use the tripod as much as I can.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to get out of my vehicle beside a grizzly, so it's a lot of that.
True enough.
You got to stay in your vehicle and stay the correct distances, right? So.
Yeah, you betcha. No, that's all good, man.
Yeah.
What else do we got to recap here for the spring? It was just a good spring. I mean,
it was,
of course, coming off the winter. I mean, I start looking forward to May.
Yeah.
Come,
January.
I don't know. No, I was going to say after the fall elk rut, but actually,
we always look forward to spring.
But we're headed to another trip this year.
Yes.
And so super looking forward to that. So maybe after that trip, then
you're going to look forward to spring.
Then I can look forward to spring bears. But this last trip, we're going for another kind of bear. So what's that? Yeah.
What are you talking about, Joe? Yes.
Yeah. Well, the old saying, right? So, how does it go? If it's black, fight back.
Okay.
If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night.
Yeah.
And we're going to look for those good night bears. So
polar bear country.
Yeah, you betcha. So looking forward to that polar bear trip in November. So
for sure.
So maybe when I'm back from that, we'll start looking forward to spring bears again.
And then we always look forward to the elk rut too, right? So it's always a fun time there. And
it's actually it's one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah.
Like it's on level or maybe slightly above. I hate to say this about bears, but slightly above. Like I just absolutely love the elk rut and all the behavior that goes with it. It's just the vocalization, the fighting, the laying in the wallows, the chasing the cows, just everything.
There's
it's
so
just
much.
Absolute. It is. Yeah. You bet. And don't get me wrong. I love bears.
Yeah.
Especially the cubs of the year. I mean, they're so playful and cute
for sure.
and doing their thing. And, you and I have been very fortunate over the last few years to get, Koi's nursing and playing with mom and doing all kinds of stuff like that. But man, something about, the fall time, colors changing, crisp mornings and the elk full on rut.
And being able to see the breath, the breath coming out of the bugling bull elk. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I certainly can't wait for that. But
for sure.
Other than that, I mean, I don't know. Summer might be a little bit on the quiet side. I mean, it's already it's already July, dude. Yeah,
it is
July and August, and we're back into September already. So
it's going to be fast. And and for the podcast, you and I have a bunch planned. I mean, everybody stay tuned. We've got a bunch of interviews we're working on, so you'll like them. So stay tuned. And
you should see the lineup we got cooking here. Very, very fortunate. I mean, the people we talked to, everybody was on board. I was just like, wow, this is so cool. So,
very cool.
Really looking forward to that. So over July and August, we'll be recording a bunch of those interviews, with these, absolutely amazing top-notch photographers.
Oh, for sure.
So, so looking forward to that.
We're going to get on the field as well a little bit and talk some tech stuff as well. And so we've got lots planned. So stay tuned for all of that.
Yeah. And I'm kind of want to get out a little bit, do a bit of fishing too. I got my, I picked up an older Sports Pal canoe. I don't know if anybody knows what a Sports Pal is, but, many decades ago, I grew up as a kid, with a Sports Pal. My uncle, my uncle had a Sports Pal, and man, oh man, they're just such a phenomenal canoe.
Oh, is that right?
Very hard to tip. They got the foam sponsons on the side, so it prevents you from kind of tipping over. But I got a 14-foot with a square stern, so I can actually add a little bit of a trolling motor if I want, a small trolling motor.
That's cool.
But the whole canoe is only 44 pounds.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is. Yeah, it's all made marine grade aluminum, and you could just lift it and just carry it. And
wow.
I think that was one of the biggest reasons I wanted to find another one.
Sure.
Was because of the weight. So, I mean, I could actually load it, put it on the top of my Jeep myself. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. And, once I get her, I'm actually doing a leak test this weekend.
Okay.
Haven't had it in the water yet since I bought it.
Hope it doesn't sink.
I've been replacing some things, but it's going to be a great little canoe for some bird photography too.
Nice.
Some wildlife photography out in the lakes and the rivers. Yeah.
Nice. So the way it's built, you figure you'll be able to have no problem getting on there with your gear without tipping?
No, it's flat. It's a flat bottom too.
Good.
Like it's a very well built, sturdy canoe.
Nice.
Yeah, they're actually an Ontario company out of North Bay. So
very cool.
Yeah, I was able to find one local in Calgary here and starting to put a bit of work into it there. And we'll see how it goes. So I'll probably have that out this weekend, which would be, July 6th, 7th. Yeah, because today's July 4th. Oh,
yes.
To all our American friends, happy July 4th or 4th of July.
Yes.
I hope you guys are enjoying the day and
have fun celebrating.
It easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you betcha. And maybe getting some shooting done out there. So I didn't realize today was the 4th because we had our Canada. We just had our Canada Day.
We did. Yeah. Happy Canada Day. Delayed Canada Day to everybody else in Canada as well.
Canada Day, A. Yeah. And so, but other than that, I don't know, Chris. I think, wait,
what's on your head, Joe?
Yeah, one other thing. I was just going to say that. We finally started getting some swag, guys. Yeah. So we got these. I'm not going to take my hat off to show a closer view.
We don't want to see what's underneath it. No. And I'm not doing it either.
The nature photo. You see that? Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Nice, it's a leather patch. Yeah. These are great hats. We've gonna have them. We've gonna have them.
That ain't no good English, Joe.
Me learning.
There is no try.
I wonder what the word is that we said a lot of in this podcast.
Yes.
We always have a word.
Absolutely,
so I'm curious to see. Absolutely, 100%.
There you go. That's ours.
So it'll be interesting to see. But we're going to have these up for sale, guys, on our website shortly.
Yep, very soon.
Along with some other swag, T-shirts, hoodies, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, drop us a line, send us a message, and we can get you hooked up there. So sure. Other than that, Chris, I don't know what did you have? Anything else?
No, I think we've talked about a lot of stuff here today. Just stay tuned. We got lots of stuff coming up on the agenda here. So we both had aside from the nature side of things, we both had a busy work life as well. So hoping we always say that every podcast we have a busy work life. But I know. Spring it's been pretty crazy all around. So looking forward to the fall and getting back at it again. And Ward, like I told you at Lightchasers, don't worry, the truck video is coming soon.
Nice. Well, guys, thanks for watching. We're very appreciative that you guys take some time to watch our videos. And of course, if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to us. Leave a comment below under this video, or if you're listening via the podcast, you can send us any questions at info@thenaturePhotoGuys.ca.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for joining us on the Nature Photo Guys podcast. If you have any questions, contact us at info@thenaturePhotoGuys.ca or message us on Facebook and Instagram at the Nature Photo Guys podcast. Visit YouTube and subscribe to our channel to watch all our latest videos. Or follow and listen to our latest podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on our website at thenaturePhotoGuys.ca. We'll catch you next time on the Nature Photo Guys podcast.